Memorial. Also with us at this time is Shivarur. T.S. Sudhir, our colleague, is joining us. I want to go across first and foremost to T.S. Sudhir. Sudhir, what sense are you making? The big question, who has the numbers? It's OPS versus Sasikala, but who has the majority of the MLAs backing them?
Well, I come to you live from outside OPS residence at this point in time, and of course a huge political statement made by the Chief Minister right now, just about 45 minutes back, sitting there at the memorial for 40 minutes. But the crucial question, who will have the numbers? In fact, on the way I spoke to a senior leader of the AIDMK in from Western Tamil Nadu, and he told me very critically that watch out, that even Panneerselvam could actually be surprised by the amount of support he actually gets because of what he has done today. Because he believes that what he has done today is something is essentially articulating the sentiment expressed by many people in private, but in public, obviously everybody was going with the flow. So he said, watch out for the next 24 to 72 hours. There could be a lot of surprise in store. So those are the words from a senior leader of the AIDMK coming from the western part of Tamil Nadu, and that's what is the stronghold of the party. If that is the situation in Western Tamil Nadu, you can well imagine what it could be in other parts of Tamil Nadu, including in the state capital of Chennai. So what Panneerselvam has done is to set the cat among the pigeons. I can imagine that Team Shashikala would be extremely nervous and jittery at what the Chief Minister has done, because he has gone on record and saying if the MLAs want him to withdraw his resignation, he's prepared to do that. So essentially, this means that the governor now cannot take cognizance of any letter or any oral communication which may have been given by Shashikala staking her claim to form the next government and becoming the next Chief Minister, because now he will have to test whether Shashikala will really have the support of a majority of the MLAs of the 135 strong legislature party of the AIDMK. So extremely critical statement made by Panneerselvam, and everybody will now weigh their options as to whether they want to stick on with Shashikala and the rest of the AIDMK, or whether they want to go on to OPS side, because the public sentiment, if you have to look at the kind of reactions coming on social media, seem to be on Panneerselvam's side.
Rohini Swami, she in fact is at the Jayalalithaa Memorial. You can see Jaya's picture right behind her. Rohini, describe what's happening at the Jayalalithaa Memorial.
Mami. Well, just a few minutes ago, when Panneerselvam was sitting here, there were crowds of people, apart from the media, who also managed to come in and show their support here. But right outside, where our colleague Shivarur also is there, the huge people thronging there and a posse of policemen. This memorial here, when he sat here for 30 minutes in meditation, it was clearly a very important statement that he's putting out. At the same time, while he's been making his statement saying how he was hurt, how Jayalalithaa had said when she was in hospital that he should take over, but first he disagreed with her, but later she said it is, and a person who is extremely hurt at this point of time, who feels that the pressure that is being put by the VK Shashikala family on him, forcing him to resign, itself shows that at this point of time, Rahul, that things are not going down well. Now we clearly have a picture to say, at which we have been trying to say all these times when we've been reporting here, that there is a split in the AIDMK. It is not together, it's not a cohesive force. And there is a VK Shashikala team, and then there is an OPS team. Now when he's seeing the kind of groundswell of people, definitely he's getting a shot in the arm. But I'm also told by my sources that he has been told by the centre they're completely backing him at this point of time. They have asked him to go full on because as he has delivered in Cyclone Varda and especially in the Kaveri issues, that he said he has spoken to the people and gone to Delhi and intervened for the people of Tamil Nadu. Definitely now it is the people who will be sitting up and watching, because this is a person who has now clearly said that he can speak out, and when he does,
which has been now called off the cabinet by VK Shashikala. So Shashikala Natarajan has called an emergency cabinet meeting at Poise Garden. Remember, at the moment, Shashikala is still not the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, but she's already acting as one. She's called an emergency cabinet meeting to review the situation after Panneerselvam's revolt, as it may now be called. How many MLAs does Panneerselvam have, Rahul, is the key question. Some channels are saying 50, my sources are saying not more than 40, we don't know, 40, 50 is the max at the moment. He needs 90 to break the AIDMK.
So I was just on the line with one of the senior most AIDMK leaders. What he's telling us is this, that he believes that O Panneerselvam at this time is the Tamil Nadu hero that people earlier, the cadre, the lower level leaders wanted somebody to rally around. Deepa, the niece, couldn't have been that person. So now O Panneerselvam, who realizes in his view that his importance will not be the same, is choosing to go down as a hero. What he estimates is that there will be a floor test in 10 days because he said, I'm willing to reconsider my resignation in this press conference.
That's right.
So he says the governor will ask for a floor test in 10 days. Before that, the Supreme Court verdict will come out. And in that time, Sasikala could get knocked out. However, in 10 days, will he have the numbers? That's the key question.
No, if Shashikala loses her case, then that's another reason for Panneerselvam to go get more members. He may have 40, 50 today. But as you rightly said, over the next week, if things go in his direction, 50 could become 100 and even more. My sources are saying game set. They are waiting for the match for Panneerselvam. The only option otherwise is President's rule. But otherwise, Panneerselvam, particularly if that 10 days is given, it's advantage Panneerselvam.
Okay, an emergency meeting has been called. I want to go across to T.S. Sudhir. He's at Poise Garden at this time. Sudhir, Rajdeep is saying he estimates that there are 50 MLAs who could be backing Panneerselvam. What's your sense? Is the majority of the legislative party with Panneerselvam or with Sasikala?
Well, I'm in fact outside Panneerselvam's house. In fact, he's expected any moment, and I don't know if the lights can catch. There are a whole lot of policemen already deployed. Access to the media to inside Panneerselvam's house has been denied as of now. But yes, all kinds of numbers that are being mentioned. Rajdeep mentioned somewhere around 40, 50 to 55 is the kind of numbers that are being mentioned. But at this point in time, again, things extremely fluid, and there is some clapping. If you can see there, a whole lot of women are also assembled here, and they're all neighbors here on Greenways Road in Chennai. And I think the convoy of O Panneerselvam is coming. Danny, if you can show the live shots.
Wait, please.
Keep it on the live shots of O Panneerselvam. Oh no, this is some other vehicle. Sorry, I think that was a false alarm.
Okay,
Yeah,
bear
so
with
I
us. I'm
think,
sorry, the story is unfolding.
Yes,
it's rather unprecedented. Just bear with us. Yes, Sudhir.
This is extremely fluid. All the MLAs. Yeah, all the MLAs not really hedging their bets, not really taking a call on which side they would really like to support at this point in time, but they would really want to see as to where the majority of the opinion goes. So if a majority of the MLAs or the district secretaries feel that O Panneerselvam is going to be a better and a stronger political bet, also backed by the BJP tacitly at the center, they could actually move en masse to Panneerselvam's side. So the next 24 hours are going to be extremely critical as to whether Team Shashikala or O Panneerselvam actually wins this battle. But I'm also told that it is very, very likely that O Panneerselvam could also find himself getting shunted out of the party. There is a cabinet meeting that Shashikala has just called with some of her ministers. All of them would be making their way to Poise Garden.
Sasikala calling a cabinet meeting, she's not even the chief minister.
It will be because she's still only chief minister designate. She's only chief minister designate, so I don't know in what authority, in what capacity can she call a cabinet meeting, or perhaps it may not be called a formal cabinet meeting and just be called a meeting of senior ministers, senior leaders of the party. But the important decision that would be taken is whether Panneerselvam, by going all out, invites disciplinary action, because AIDMK is the kind of party, at least under Jayalalithaa, which would brook no dissidence, absolutely brook no dissidence. So this kind of an open revolt that O Panneerselvam has done today in the evening would definitely invite some kind of strong disciplinary action. So whether Team Shashikala, given the kind of nature of allegations that he has leveled against Shashikala, that she was not happy with the kind of appreciation that he got for his work during Cyclone Varda, Shashikala will really have to weigh her options, whether expelling Panneerselvam or at least suspending him or issuing a show-cause notice to him would really be the best thing to do under the present circumstances.
Okay, I want to go across to Shiv Arur. He's at the Jayalalithaa Memorial and we're told that there's a huge crowd there. Is that crowd still there or has it started petering out, Shiv? Shiv?
No, the crowd is still here, very much here, Rahul. Just a short while ago, they're following the cameras around at this point of time, but there are many more supporters. A few moments ago, some of them had crowded around here at this picture of Amma Jayalalithaa, and they are currently still around, even though the numbers that were there earlier have dissipated, with O Panneerselvam proceeding towards his house and that emergency meeting being called by Sasikala. There are lots of curious onlookers. I can tell you, having visited the MGR and Jaya Samadhi a number of times before. I can tell you that at this time of night, there always are a few people, hanging around here anyway. Curiosity levels are huge. There have been chants of, Panneerselvam Varga right through the evening today. The kind of support that we've seen on the road as his cavalcade passed by was totally unprecedented. But the voices we're hearing right here outside the MGR Samadhi, seem to have turned the tide completely. As Sudhir so rightly said, I don't think even Mr. Panneerselvam realizes, the surge of support and power he's probably going to draw from the meditation that he conducted today at the Samadhi. And there are people all around me. We've been getting voices from some of them as well. And the flavor is definitely now in favor of Mr. Panneerselvam.
Okay, Akshita Nandgopal is joining us from Poise Garden, right outside where Sasikala supporters are now gathering. Before that, Rajdeep has been working the phones. He's got a piece of breaking news for us.
Well, what we are told basically, Rahul, is that you're absolutely right what you said, that it is possible now that the governor, Panneerselvam has already said, I was virtually coerced to give up chief ministership. Therefore, he's going to approach the governor to be given an opportunity to prove his majority. The governor may give him 10 days. In those 10 days, Shashikala's future will be decided either way by the courts. In those 10 days, Panneerselvam is hoping that there will be a chorus of support for him within the AIDMK cadres and MLAs. Even if it is not there, my sources are saying that DMK is not averse to supporting Panneerselvam to keep Shashikala out. So you have a situation where if the governor now, and the governor will have a key role to play, if he gives Panneerselvam 10 days...
Let's dial some numbers. Assignment desk watching live, dial some numbers, try and get some DMK leaders live.
If they give him 10 days, then it is advantage Panneerselvam, because in those 10 days, Shashikala's future will also be decided by the courts.
No, then he only needs one third.
What is clear now is the governor is not going to swear Shashikala in a hurry. So with him not swearing Shashikala in a hurry, waiting for the court judgment, Panneerselvam saying I have been coerced into giving up my chief ministership, likely to approach the governor asking for time. He may get a week, 10 days, and therefore it is advantage Panneerselvam.
Akshita Nandgopal is at Sasikala's camp right outside Poise Garden. This is where Jayalalithaa stayed. Akshita, I'm told some Sasikala supporters are getting together over there. It's really late in the night. None of you are going to get any rest. What's happening where Sasikala is?
Rahul, as we speak, you can see vehicles going in there to meet with Shashikala Natarajan. All of these MLAs and ministers going in for an emergency meet there. This road leads into Vedi Nilayam, which is where Shashikala Natarajan is living. I can tell you one thing, Rahul, it's going to be sleepless nights for Shashikala Natarajan tonight. You can see here, of course, some people have gathered as well. A lot of anger being expressed on the roads here. The police are leaving nothing to chance here. They are ensuring, of course, that they are preventing in right here as well. There you go, another VIP going in there to meet with Shashikala Natarajan. It's very clear there's an emergency meet underway, Rahul. I'm trying to get you the best visuals I can from here. I do hope you're getting a sense of what's happening here. A lot of activity. There's a screening of vehicles entering this particular lane itself. We were stopped as well, but fortunately they let us go because we are the media. The police are present here in right here. This supporter also has been here for the last 15 to 20 minutes, really, of course, expressing his ire over what
There's some action where Sudhir is. Some vehicles coming in, possibly Panneerselvam. Sudhir, take it away.
Yeah, I am outside Panneerselvam's house here. The Panneerselvam's convoy has just arrived, and I hope you are getting the live pictures that Daniel is getting you. Panneerselvam, a huge crowd of people, not allowing his cavalcade to move, obviously cheering him. There is people clapping, there are people are congratulating him for actually speaking out against Team Shashikala and the AIDMK leadership. So there seems to be some amount of public support, definitely, and it's pretty visible. And these kind of optics would definitely worry the Shashikala camp of the AIDMK. His cavalcade is his car, in which his Innova car is not able to move because there are a huge crowd of people surrounding the car, not able to move here. But definitely Panneerselvam would take heart from the kind of scenes that and the kind of visible support that he's getting it here on Green Base Road, just outside his residence. Not a very strong presence of policemen out here, but definitely Panneerselvam has done something nobody expected him to do all these years, while he was the finance minister to Jayalalithaa and also the chief minister on 2 occasions when Jayalalithaa had to step down. He never exhibited any such impression that he would actually revolt. But today, after sitting, meditating for about 40 minutes at the Jayalalithaa Memorial, coming out all guns blazing against the AIDMK leadership, saying that if the MLAs want, he's willing to withdraw his resignation letter, which essentially means that Panneerselvam has thrown his hat into the ring, that he is pretty much in the running, that Shashikala is no longer...
Lots of MLAs or lots of cars at least with lal battis on them going to Sasikala's residence. Have some MLAs, former ministers come to meet O Panneerselvam as well?
Sorry, Rahul, I'm losing your audio. Sorry.
No, Sudhir, I'm saying, are any MLAs, former ministers coming to meet Panneerselvam as well?
Well, at the moment, one can't see any kind of ministers who are coming to meet him. We do not know if any of them has been in touch with Panneerselvam over the phone. Of course, he belongs to the influential Tevar community, the same community to which Shashikala also belongs, and she is known to have an iron-like grip over the Tevar community MLAs within the AIDMK. So whether
we've got breaking news coming in. The Congress has jumped into this. There can't be, we call this Game of Thrones for Uttar Pradesh. There's a Game of Thrones of different sort taking place in Tamil Nadu. We've got Randeep Singh Surjewala, Chief National Spokesperson of the Congress. Even as you see these dramatic scenes right outside where O Panneerselvam is, Randeep Surjewala has said just moments before now, and I quote, "The BJP has attained a mastery in the art of defections post Uttarakhand, Arunachal, Assam and UP. A repeat happening in Tamil Nadu." The Congress alleging that this is the BJP is doing, Rajdeep.
Look, now I'm going to get into trouble because I've been saying this for the last 1.5 hours that there is some element of choreography going at the center. I think it's unfair to say that the BJP is engineering the defections. I think there has been, Rahul, interestingly, some element of ferment in the AIDMK which we didn't see because we thought everyone was with Shashikala. But there is this lava which was waiting to erupt. They were waiting for someone who would actually give them the confidence that they could take on Shashikala. And suddenly O Panneerselvam develops a spine, develops muscle, and as a result now has created for himself a particular position in the party where he actually believes he can get sufficient MLAs. So I wouldn't say the BJP has engineered the defections, but to say that the BJP is an innocent bystander also would be incorrect.
Okay.
Clearly the BJP has a vested interest in ensuring a government in Tamil Nadu that works well with the centre.
This is a very serious charge being levelled. Manish, just come closer. I want to show this to our viewers. As Governor, 6 minutes before now, Randeep Singh Surjewala tweets, as Governor refuses to conduct swearing in an outgoing Tamil Nadu Chief Minister rebels, is Prime Minister Modi trying to bring down one more elected government? That's the first tweet. The second one here, BJP has attained a mastery in the art of defections post Uttarakhand, Arunachal, Assam and UP. A repeat happening now in Tamil Nadu. The Congress alleging that this is the BJP is doing. We're seeing these live images come from right outside where O Panneerselvam's convoy currently is. My colleague T.S. Sudhir reporting live, as I told you, that the best reporting team, the greatest amount of deployment, incisive reports coming in from Tamil Nadu, all of them breaking first here on India Today. I am told A. Saravanan, who's a spokesperson of the DMK, is now live with us. Also R.S. Bharti, he's a MP of the DMK. I want to go across to Saravanan first. Mr. Saravanan, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, what's the DMK making of this?
See, we are not making anything out of it. See, the first and foremost point here would be that the letter, the most damaging thing of what Mr. O. Panneerselvam said is that the resignation letter was appended with threat and coercion. If that be so, the question is, should the governor act upon it? That is the most important question that has to be answered. Since we all know that any decision should be out of their own free will. If the resignation letter is invalid, then everything else goes. This is, a purely legal stance.
There is a floor test. Will you support the O Panneerselvam faction of the AIDMK, Mr. Saravanan?
The causes that should be taken by our party leaders.
So you're not ruling it out?
Situation.
Mr. Saravanan?
No.
You're not ruling it out. You are not ruling out the possibility of supporting a Panneerselvam faction.
I am not competent enough to talk about all that. I'm just a spokesperson who talks about, the facts that is before me.
But who would you prefer out of Panneerselvam and Shashikala?
No, I cannot speculate on that.
Would you be okay with President's rule? Would you want fresh elections?
See, our party,
is godsend for them.
is always one which is supporting the federal structure, which wanted more state autonomy. Our leader, Mr. M.K. Stalin, was very, very clear and categorical. He said the governor should take a decision bearing in the best interest of the state of Tamil Nadu. That was our only caveat and nothing else.
Okay, we leave it there. Sarvanan, thanks for joining us. T.S. Sudhir is where O. Panneerselvam is. He's playing to the gallery. He could have gone into his home. Instead, he wants to stay outside, allow the cameras to take all these pictures, and he's just folding his hands, Sudhir. Sudhir? Okay, bear with me. There's a lot of commotion on the ground where Sudhir is right now, so I don't think he can hear me. In the meanwhile, let me go across to R.S. Bharti. R.S. Bharti is a member of Parliament of the DMK. Mr. Bharti, do you hear me, sir? Sir, do you hear me?
Yeah, tell me.
Okay, I want to understand, as a senior member of the DMK, what does the DMK make of what's going on at this time in the AIDMK, sir?
Sir, we don't want to make any comment upon this. The constitutional head, namely the governor, should take note of all this and should act judicially.
Will the DMK support O. Panneerselvam in case there is a floor test?
I don't have any say about it. It is for the constitutional head, namely the governor, to decide and take appropriate action. Yes.
Sir, you didn't really answer my question. Will the DMK, led by M.K. Stalin now, support O. Panneerselvam in the case of a floor test, sir?
The court has, DMK has to decide. Our leader has to decide.
Okay, so clearly no decision on camera just yet.
This is also assuming, Rahul, that Panneerselvam
Sasikala Pushpa is speaking. She's the rebel. Right. Let's listen to what she's saying. Okay, Sasikala Pushpa is with us. Ms. Pushpa, do you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, what as the original rebel against Sasikala, you would be delighted with what O. Panneerselvam has done, Madam Pushpa.
Yeah, certainly. I'm very much delighted on his step. I welcome this step of Mr. O. Panneerselvam, the former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, because every party cadre now getting happy. This was the thing from the first. I'm insisting that we should come out of this, and I'm the only first person spearheading this movement. It should be taken out as a movement all over Tamil Nadu against that Shashikala Nagarajan family, because to finish Gundaism at Tamil Nadu, to finish the arrogancy at Tamil Nadu, to finish the muscle power and money power at Tamil Nadu.
Do you think that O. Panneerselvam, Ms. Sasikala Pushpa has the numbers? How many MLAs? You also understand the AIDMK well. You've been an MP from the party. How many MLAs do you think will back O. Panneerselvam?
To prove his majority at the State Legislative Assembly. Otherwise, 356 to be provoked at Tamil Nadu due to this situation. And also, Mr. Panneerselvam himself told that Mannargudi group has threatened him. They threatened and got the resignation signature. They should be taken as evidence and the FIR to be filed against the Shashikala Nagarajan family, and they should be arrested. The criminal charge to be filed against her for this activity, because even the Chief Minister have been affected by this family like this. Whomever can be not be affected, because they also got a compulsory signature from me to resign from Member of Parliament Rajya Sabha post from me July 31st on that day. He was the reason for every proper truth party cadre who is working very hard for the party like me. They are torturing like this. There should be a lesson to the family, and I welcome this very, very welcomable step of Mr. Panneerselvam.
The story that we are getting, Rahul, at the moment is the strong possibility now from the very top of the DMK that the DMK is not averse to supporting O. Panneerselvam's faction should there come to be a floor test, and then do a bit of a Chandrasekhar-like arrangement.
Ramalingam with us. He's a member of parliament of the DMK. I just dialed him on my phone. Mr. Ramalingam, you're live on India Today now. Tell us, and you're on record. You're live and you're on record. The story seems to be that the DMK may consider supporting O. Panneerselvam in the case of a floor test. Is that correct? What are you, as a leader of the DMK, making of what's going on in OPS's rebellion, sir?
No, it may be a rebellion, but we are not told that we are going to support Panneerselvam and all. We will ask for the floor test. Definitely we will ask floor test. So who is having strength and all, they have to prove their strength.
So, Mr. Ramalingam, do you think that Sasikala has the majority of the MLAs with her, or do you think O. Panneerselvam has the majority of the MLAs with him?
No, that we have to see in the floor only, that we have to wait and see. It is a new thing where Panneerselvam has now rebelled, and then tomorrow only we have to watch and see.
So what is very clear, what is very clear, no, but the...
What the working president, opposition leader already said, DMK will take this issue in a democratic way. So we have to wait and see tomorrow.
You know, it's clear from what Mr. Ramalingam is saying, that the DMK is not averse to the opportunity of fishing in these troubled waters. They can do what was done by the Congress under Rajiv Gandhi to Chandrasekhar. You back a smaller party, then closer to 2019 or maybe in a year from now, you bring down the government, pull the plug and go to elections. At the moment, whether Panneerselvam has the majority in the AIDMK is tough to say. But with the DMK support, then O. Panneerselvam has an opportunity to stay on as
I'll just take our viewers
minister.
through the assembly situation as it is right now. 135 MLAs for the AIDMK, 89 for the DMK, 8 for the Congress, 2 others. There are a total of 234 MLAs in the assembly. So if these 89 odd MLAs of the DMK support Panneerselvam, then he doesn't need 2/3. Okay, T.S. Sudhir is back with us. Thank you very much, Mr. Ramalingam, for joining us. Really appreciate. Sudhir, you're where O. Panneerselvam is. Lots of celebration, lots of jubilation. Describe to our viewers what's happening around you.
Absolutely, a whole lot of locals from this area, Greenways Road in Chennai, have just come in to just greet O. Panneerselvam, who has just made his way inside. He found it quite difficult to actually drive from Jaya Memorial to Greenways Road, which is not a very long distance, but he himself would have been quite surprised by the kind of support that he generated here in Chennai to his 40-minute of silent protest at the Jaya Memorial, after which he also spoke to the media. So that would have definitely surprised, but yes, it's a huge step as far as the AIDMK is concerned, which is not really used to this kind of people revolting against the leadership. But Panneerselvam really has done a Virendra Sehwag, a last ball 6. He has kind of decided that he's going to take on Shashikala and the AIDMK leadership. Now it's for the AIDMK MLAs to decide, the 134 odd MLAs to decide whether they want to stick with Shashikala or whether they want to side with Panneerselvam, who seems to be, at least on the face of it, at least going by the optics, seem to be tapping into the popular public sentiment. But yes, he will also have the strong support of the BJP and the central government, and that will be extremely critical. What is likely to happen tomorrow and day after is that what will the Governor Vidyasagar Rao do? He's likely to come from Mumbai to Chennai sometime tomorrow. We do not really have it confirmed whether he's really coming, but if he comes, he will no longer go by the letter that is likely to be submitted by Shashikala to the governor taking claim as the leader of the AIDMK legislature party, because now he will force a floor test on the floor of the Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly and see whether she really has the support of all the MLAs. So the next 24 to 48 hours very critical. I have been speaking to people in the districts and they say they have been taken aback by what Panneerselvam has done, but definitely it has got everyone thinking that perhaps now the time has come for them to choose. So in many senses, Rahul, history repeating itself. What happened after MGR's death in December 1987 and what happened in 1988, the split in the party, the Janaki faction and the Jayalalithaa faction, history seems to be repeating itself as far as the AIDMK is concerned.
You know, I love the historical touch, because that is exactly, Sudhir is bang on. Remember, after MGR's death, you had that split in the AIDMK and eventually Jayalalithaa won. More information coming. We are told, Rahul, Panneerselvam is going to either hold a press conference or provide evidence now that Dr. Venkatesh and another gentleman called TTV Dinakaran, who are close to to Shashikala, relatives of her,
nephews,
had, according to him, had in some way been involved in hiding very important evidence concerning Jayalalitha's health.
Oh boy.
And he he's going to give evidence about how they coerced him to give his resignation, and what role that they played, and the role of someone called Shiva Kumar, a cosmetologist who apparently hid Jayalalitha.